Now, we'll be talking to y'all right now. I just got to wait sure I remove this. Here we go. Thank you, everybody out there. Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man proudly presents Say What Wednesdays all day, every day. So glad to have you guys here. It's going to be an incredible show, an incredible night, an incredible evening. So I love y'all. Thank you for being here. And we got lots to talk about, things to go over, and also we're going to see the return. It is the return. It is the glory, ladies and gentlemen. It is the glorious return of the world according to Foxification. It's back, baby. We got it back, and we are going to get a segment from the man himself. I'm excited about it. So everybody out there that's been waiting patiently for it, I know you're excited. I'm excited. He got a good one tonight. So yes, it's going to be some funny shit as always. But yes, we're going to get through it. The world according to Foxification is coming soon. So definitely thank you for that. Do want to get some things. I have to listen. We can't do this without our sponsors. And one of our new sponsors we want to actually touch on right now, like straight up, it's come on, man. We coming into the fall season. It's getting it's gonna get cold soon. And you know, your girl don't want you putting your hands all on her, and it's gonna be cold, super freezing, stiff hands. Nah, you want to warm them shits up. So what better than to have them Cam custom gloves? Embrace the cheeks. That's Cam's custom gloves. Embrace the cheeks. On top of that, if you actually get them now, you get a free signature. He'll sign the damn gloves. Hey, you might, it might happen, but this is gloves with love from Cam's Customs. Straight up, right. Embrace the cheeks. That's all right. Day, every day.
You give her a tickle. You give her a tickle, she'll make it jiggle. Let's go.
Y'all heard that? Tickling and jiggling all day, every day. And after that, you know what? But before you put them gloves on, you're gonna need something to drink. So of course, you got brother cousins candy for the galactic pimping you. Now that candy, it goes hand in hand. You drink, you got the gloves. Come on, man. Candy for the galactic pimping you. You know what I mean?
They say the juice gets you loose, baby.
All day, every day.
Who says that?
People do now. It's the thing. It's
People
catching
do
on
now. People do
gotcha.
now. Now also, you got the gloves, you got the candy, but if you're bald, it ain't gonna work. So if you got the gloves and you got the candy, if you ain't got no hair, ain't shit dandy. So you're going to definitely need Will Rastification's fast-growing hair care products. That's Will's Hair Crack. Bumble Club. All day, every day. Thank you for that. Again, you guys, thank you very much for tuning in. It's going to be an incredible evening. Also, just want to let you know that we are still going on with the Halloween initiative. And this is costumes for kids, making sure that they can celebrate Halloween and not have to worry about scavenging for costumes if they can't afford it. We're going to donate as many as we can, definitely. So this is going to be going into October 1st. So again, almost reaching our mark. Again, we have a silent contributor who said if he will basically, once we reach 500, he will match that $500 donation with one of his own. So definitely thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. But yes, Halloween initiative is going to be going forward. Also want to talk about one other thing. Now, of course, you know, basically we are still going full head. And tonight starts the Halloween initiative raffle for Iron Scavenger. Now, you're probably wondering how that's actually going to work, and I'm going to explain it to you. It's something simple as that. So basically, there's going to be 25 spots for $25 each. Comment the number you want. Now, here's the thing. It's not going to go live. This won't go live until after the show. So after the show, I'm going to post this on my Instagram page. As soon as I post it, there will be 25 spots there. Once those spots fill up, then that's it. So basically you comment the spot that you want, below. I'll confirm and claim spots. I'll DM you with the payment option. That is send friends and family only if you're doing that, because this is going to be done under PayPal, of course. Watch the comments for updates. Free USA shipping, no international shipping. Sorry for that. The dice will be rolled to select a random number on random.org. So definitely this will go up again. 25 spots, $25 each for each spot, and you have your chance to win this Halloween raffle for the I was about to say InArt. They'd have killed my ass for saying that. Jazz Inc. Iron Scavenger. So definitely these are the rules. This will be posted up and with the slots after the show. So stay tuned. It'll be ready for you. So definitely. And no, Carlos, you cannot participate. I knew you was gonna say or ask that shit, but you cannot. Actually, you can if you want to. Basically,
Can I buy them all?
No.
Can't buy all the slots, man. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. It's too greedy, man.
Right.
Anyway, we got this incredible panel with us here tonight. How is everybody doing?
Good, man. Happy to be here.
Awesome.
bro.
I'm
Doing great.
Awesome, man. So glad to have you guys here. It's going to be an incredible evening, incredible discussion, man. So definitely appreciate you guys for being here. Will, what's going on with you, man? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Happy to be here. Excited to do another segment like you introduced. So, I've had this one ready. So for at least a couple of days now, and I think it's going to be some pretty insightful stuff. And it's got some of our panel members making a guest appearance in the presentation. So it's going to be a blast, man. And yeah, just happy to be here as always. So it should be fun.
Yeah, definitely, man. So thank you so much for that, and thank you for being here, especially with that incredible segment back, making his triumphant
I'll
return.
try, man. I'll try.
So yes, he's gonna make his triumphant return, and then we'll see him again another 7 months. For the
Yeah, exactly.
second
That's the
episode of
timeline.
That's the timeline. So definitely you gotta understand that. Koska, so glad to have you here with us as Pop Culture Living Room all day, every day, man. How you doing, brother?
I am doing well, Lael. Thank you for summoning me the other day. And
Yeah.
I
I didn't really summon you. I just said, bring your punk ass to the show. You was like, all right, cool.
pretty much.
Building
But yeah,
shelves.
thank you for having me, man. I love
Yeah.
I love doing shows with pretty much everybody on this panel. I've done
Yeah,
shows
man.
with, and they're all fantastic. And yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Appreciate
So.
that, man. Thank you so much. And so glad to have you here with us this evening. Brother Cousins. What's going on with you, bro?
Dude, thank you so much for having me here tonight, man. I'm just getting over a bad cold, so yeah.
Bro, I hear you,
Oh,
man.
damn.
Still a little stuffy, but I'm doing way better now. Trying to get my
All right,
swag back, you know how it is, but just glad
Yeah,
to be here
brother.
with all y'all tonight.
Well, you know what? If you got to go, you let me know, and you know what? I'll get you off the show. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? So I mean, only like I said, I mean, if you feeling up to it, if you feel bad, man, let me know. We got you because we.
Oh,
hold
no,
it
I'm
down for
good.
you,
No,
bro.
I'm good. I can
Cool.
I'm good.
Let's go, man. So glad to have you here, especially under the weather. You're doing your thing, man. So I'm so glad to have brother Cousins in the building. Next up, we got Cam's collection, Mr. Cam. Cam, my cousin Cam. What's going on with your brother?
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, bro. Just finished drying off my hands. Some gloves are sweaty as hell. So, yeah, bro. Glad to be here, though, man. Appreciate you.
So, Cam, let me tell you a story. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell all y'all a story, right? Go to my I have to go to like the local comic book shop, stuff like that every now and then. It's their claim stuff. So last Friday, I actually stopped by. I didn't pick him up, but I just wanted to kind of stop in. I was out on my little stroll. He watches the show, so he was like, "Yo, can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Is he really giving those gloves away?" He said, "Because I no, literally," but he was saying it as a serious note because he was
Like,
like he
that's
wanted to get some gloves for like the red color because he was like, "Yo, like they look good for like workout and stuff like that." I'm like, "No,
I gotta stamp it. There we
I
go. We
was
gotta
like,
put it out the streets.
yeah,
Gotta put it out
nah,
the
that ain't
streets.
how it's gonna be." So, yeah,
About to go on
it's-
wish.com, go and get some. Go
Wish.
ahead, get like a 50 pack. I'm gonna start stamping them. You good.
Yeah, definitely.
Start
Man.
etching my
So,
name in the top.
etching the names in there, man, as always, bro. So definitely, man, you can benchmark them Jones. You might start making some moolah,
That's what I'm saying,
baby.
I'm under.
Exactly. Last but not least, we got Captain Carlos in the building. Controversy Carlos, whatever you want to call him. The discussion that we actually had behind the scenes, we're not going to continue because that shit was funny as hell. I'll just tell y'all, next doctor visit, be careful, all y'all out there. Make sure you're packing because I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? So anyway,
Carlos has a micro to summarize it. That's basically-
yeah, I'm just gonna call you. You know what? I'm just gonna call you. What am I gonna call you?
Super
today?
Carlos?
No, I'm not gonna call you Super
Baby
Carlos.
Carlos.
I'm just gonna call you. Yeah, we'll think of a name. Anyway,
Yeah,
Carlos,
we'll
how you
call it
doing, bro? We'll think of something. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. It was a nice termite story that we had going on in the back, so I
Yeah, we did.
appreciate
Yeah,
everyone listening to it. But I will one day share it soon on Sunday with John there from Queen Studio, so he can understand what he's getting himself into.
Are you really going to share
No,
that
but thank you
story
for
with-
having me, man. I appreciate it, and we can talk about pots and pans, and whatever it is you guys want to talk about.
Are you're really going to share that story with him?
With John? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he needs to know what's going on here in the U.S., bro.
yeah,
Like,
he does before they come
he's
here to
gonna,
Las
if
Vegas.
he's gonna come to Vegas, he's got to know all the deeps, in and out, literally. You know what I mean?
I mean, okay.
You make a fair point.
That's
It
true.
is,
You know what I
it's a
mean?
fair point, but
He's
he
willing
might
to
not
take
come-
our money for these figures. The least he can do is, have a listen.
Yeah, he might not come on the show after that, though, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
probably not.
Or he might go get checked. You know what I mean?
This is true. Anyway, Carlos, thank you for being here, and everybody out in the chat, you guys too. Let me actually address the chat real quick. We had 103 people out there. Hit that like button on the way in. We got basically Eddie Rodriguez with the $5 super chat. 6 Scale Nation represent. Thank you so much for that, my brother. All day, every day. And of course, like I said, that super chat alone is going to go into the again, that is the fund for the costumes itself. So thank you very much for that. We got El Profesoro in the building, the beard god himself. Thank you for being here. DK, Local Lou, Toe Bars in the building. Dockinator, the Booty King is here. We got Charlie the Unicorn. Who else? We got Brandon Salad is in the building. Feezy Figures. We got Renz Talentino out there. We got S Bean is in the building. R&B Collective is actually out there too. William Owens. We got Mike Fiala. We got Charlie the Unicorn. Payton 23 is here. Let's see here. Beskar Kid is out there with us. Thank you so much for that, my man. You got brother cousins and everybody out there pimping. We got Ed Benur in the building. Thank you so much, man. What's up with you, my guy? Who else we got? We said Renz Talentino, the great and powerful. My picture remind my work of art of yours. It actually arrives tomorrow, man. So thank you very much for that, bro. I can't wait. We got AJ Agrusa in the building. Who else we got? Marco Polo is in the building. Wayne B. We got my baby Latoya T is in the building. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't already, I want y'all to, as a matter of fact, let me find it real quick while I'm talking to y'all. If you haven't already, as a matter of fact, I'll find it in a minute because I want y'all to actually, everybody here, I want you to go and subscribe or become just basically subscribe and add her to your Instagram. Her page, her new page, which is going to be basically her new channel. That is Behind Every Geek. So you can actually find that Coco Tulip Behind Every Geek. You'll actually see it out there. So make sure you do that and get her going. If you haven't already. So thank you for that. Who else we got? Collector Joey's in the building. Maz's Toy Box in the building. Thank you for being here. Leonardo Seda, I believe. Thank you for that. Nick's Collectibles is in the building. Malika Mabane. We got Renz Talentino. Who else is in here? Lizzie Venus is in the building. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. Yomo is in the building. Who else? We got Double Dragons Collectors is in the building. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here and chiming in with us. Ash Chase is in the building. Man, what is in the building? Thank you for that. We got 12-inch Moose Dream. Can you pass some of that 12-inch over to Carlos later? You might need to. We got the Pool on YT is in the building. Thank you for being here.
Just even I'll be happy with a good 3. You know what I mean? I don't know, 12.
That's a good day.
That hurts, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's painful. Walk around with that.
Hell yeah. We got the first locust in the building. Thank you for being here. Tully is in the building. Who else we got, man? I just want to make sure I'm covering half the people that everybody's been rolling in all day. Calvin, we got Two Ferns is in the building. Thank you for being here, man. As always, Cam, Cam. Who else we got in here? We got Pedro Lopez in the building. Angel is here. And we got Kay Carter is in the building. Thank you for being here, my guy. Who else we got, man? Floating through. Blitz 0065 is here. Sky Esteban is here. We got Raleigh is out there. He'll be in here pretty soon. We got Lito Richards is in the building, and Kinky Sphincter. Cody Franklin is in the building. Collectible Chats. Everybody, thank you guys for being here as always. can't do this show without you guys and your participation as always. So yes, we got quite a few people in here rolling through. Let me actually remove this really quick. So wanted to talk about something right off the top, man, because again, like we shared before, I was talking to you guys about behind the scenes, man. I got a notification last night and I was like, yo, wow, like that's just kind of odd because you put this out and it's basically they're taking payment soon for this Echo. Now we know it was supposed to be out a few months ago. They delayed it, but it looks like they actually sending it now. Now take this way. Y'all, you know, brother cousins, all y'all know this is how it happens. They're gonna take my money.
Yep.
But I probably won't get this figure for like 2 weeks. So that's the chances. That's basically the way it is.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how it's going to be. But I'm bringing this up here because this kind of goes in with what we're going to talk about first tonight. So it kind of sticks to that. And what we're going to actually talk about first, because again, we're starting to see this thing now with Sideshow, and it just makes me wonder, you know, is this something that's new? Are we seeing a possible new era with Sideshow when it comes to product? They're starting to like now get stuff in a lot quicker than what we're used to. Like, is this something that's just going to be a thing? You know, or is this something that we can come to expect, or do you think this is going to be something that's temporary, brother? Cousins, what you think, bro?
Man, you know, this may be the new way. And you know what? I hope so. To be honest with you, I think maybe the new. I think, but you know what? I think this is kind of happened before with Sideshow. Like they have gotten things beforehand, and we'd be like, okay, maybe this is the new way. And then next thing you know, a couple other releases they still don't get. So I think they cherry pick which ones they're going to get. Before, you know, Toys Wonderland and all that other type of stuff. I mean, I still think Toys Wonderland is still going to be getting a bulk of the stuff quicker. I mean, just because they're in Hong Kong. That's just what it is. But is this the start of something, you know, of this, you know, of this new trend? I'm digging it. I hope, you know, we get it. And I think over the year and through the pandemic and everything, Sideshow has learned that, you know, they lost. It's obvious now that they lost a lot of clientele by waiting. That whole thing with that whole Captain America Endgame, that soured a lot of collectors, you know, and it was crazy. Even with Ahsoka was kind of like dripping in. And I still think people are still waiting to get their Ahsokas. I don't think they have their full allotment yet of her. So, you know, the fact that they're getting stuff, you know, sooner and getting it in stock even before Sideshow even before Hot Toys can put up the blogger photos. It's amazing. It's amazing, but it's also scary because, you know, we were trained to think away for years. You know, Hot Toys would get the image, they would get the blogger images out, and then we would know it was out in Hong Kong, and then that's just what it was. But now not getting it, you know, I didn't see anything. I didn't see the Boba Fett until, you know, the great people of our community was posting pictures of the new Boba Fett repainted armor. And I'm like, wow, it's out. This is what it looks like. I couldn't even do a video about it, you know, you know, there were no blogger photos. So it's a real interesting time we're in right now. Is this going to keep up? Maybe. Is this going to be the new thing? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like this all the time. I just think because of we're going to be hit with a bunch of stuff. We're headed towards, if we're not already in the fourth quarter, or I guess it's the third quarter at this point. But it's getting the end of the year is winding. Now that the year is winding down, we're going to get hit with a lot of stuff. And I think this is why you're seeing it like that. Because it's going to be a barrage of stuff thrown at us. It's going to be crazy. I say get ready for the onslaught, get ready for the storm, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, I think if this is the new era, I'm cool with it. I just want them to keep up this. I want Sideshow to keep up that energy and see if they can keep up with getting these releases to us faster, opposed to, making us wait that 3 to 4 months, sometimes 6 months.
And that's the thing. Like we have been basically waiting for a long period of time. But you bring up something that's really interesting. You said something about, you couldn't do it you couldn't actually do any photos or with any blogger pictures because again, they didn't release anything.
Exactly.
Now, do you think that one of the biggest problems is because, in this instance, Sideshow is getting those blogger photos before anything? Like they're getting, they're getting not the blogger photos, but they're getting the product before any blogger photos could even drop. Because again, we should have actually already seen blogger photos for that, for the repaint of Boba Fett, and we haven't. So if we're not seeing that, then because I think that basically what Sideshow is receiving right now is a small batch. They're getting them out there while they can, and then everything else is going to be slightly delayed.
Absolutely.
Or it could happen.
Absolutely. No, I think you're right. I think you hit it right on the head. I think they're having a small batch that came in and they're getting that small batch out, which kind of gives the illusion to everybody else, like, oh man, I can go and get it from Sideshow. It's shipping now. And then they'll end up, because that's what happened with Ahsoka, right? There's a few people that got them, that got her in, and that was probably a couple of hundred. And then everybody else was getting her in like months later. So it's a strategy, and I would say on their end it's a good strategy because it keeps people buying with them opposed to going overseas and shopping. So yeah, it's weird,
really weird, bro. Definitely weird. It's going to be interesting to see how this kind of plays itself out. Cam, what do you think, bro?
I don't know, man. I actually think this is like Brother Cousins hit on already. I definitely think this is temporary for sure. Like he said, like instead of people going overseas to go to the market to grab their figures there, I mean, this could be a really smart tactic by Sideshow at the end of the day, because it's like, all right, if people see like, all right, all these figures are getting ready to come out, and people are still getting ready to get charged, and they're talking about getting ready to ship in the next couple of weeks. People will definitely go to the website and be like, oh man, I could buy my figure now. And then, because I mean, I think everybody wants their figure sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? If you have the choice. And then, going to a site or a company that is secure is always going to be everybody's first choice. That there is a backup plan if something does happen to your figure. You won't have to deal with the hassle or, any extras with it. So I think that goes a lot into it too. But this could be just a way for them to try to, start pushing stuff as well at the end of the day, because I mean, like you said, like they're getting behind on a lot of these figures. Like, I mean, not just with production photos, but with new releases as well too. So it's like, maybe they are just getting small batches and just trying to start rolling out stuff. But once the small batch is gone, who knows how long it's going to take us to get, figures that we order in a later on date.
Yeah, definitely, man. Carlos, I'm gonna come back to you because I want to round you out, man, because I know you're a little bit sore right now, so you need all the focus you can get. Hey, Will, so check it out, bro. I'll go to you first. Before I go to you, Will, we got Ash Chase, $2 super chat. Who's ready for some plastic crack talk? I mean, we all are, man. That's why we here. We got a $5 super chat. Let me see here by Jason Himwright. The early figs are all Star Wars. Sideshow flexing that license against Hot Toys. You know what? You got a point. You got a point, because that's you.
No.
You definitely got a point, and I'm in for it. I'm right here for it. I take that all day, every day. To be quite honest, I am not mad at that strategy. If they want to use that strategy, as long as they get us our stuff, I'm cool with it. I'm definitely cool with that. But Will, do you think that with this, because we're talking about these things, but do you think it's more so one of those situations where it is Sideshow saying that we have to corner the market somehow, because we know that companies like Toys Wonderland exist. And I was watching Man of Hot's show last night. He says something very interesting, kind of broke it down, whereas anybody can basically be a seller. Anybody who can we can all sell figures. You know what I mean? We can actually just get a figure in and sell it, and nobody can do it, and it's not deemed wrong. But for companies like Toys Wonderland and all those other companies who aren't really licensed distributors or licensed to carry this product, to put it up as pre-order, that's a bit wrong. And I never looked at it that way. I didn't think about that. Like, if you're not a licensed carrier, and if you don't have the license, or you're not like a licensed distributor, then you can't really do that. That is sort of like, it would deem illegal. So I'm just wondering how those practices are. But I mean, what do you think? Do you think it's them saying, okay, now we have to strike a deal with Hot Toys to get some of the earlier stock, get this stuff in early, some of the early releases, even if it has to be a small batch, at least if people see that and because they know that when we see it, like me, dumbass, is going to actually start talking about it.
Yeah.
Because when I saw it, I put that shit up quick. I was like, oh hell, like this stuff is really starting to come. I'm excited because I can't wait to get the Bad Batch figures. But
Right.
I mean, what do you think, man? Do you think it's like just something that they're doing right now? It's just going to be a temporary thing, or do you think this could lead into something long term?
Dude, it's such a good question. I feel like there's so much to unpack with this whole strategy that their approach that they're taking, right? I think one of the biggest things to note is, as far as the legality is concerned, in terms of taking pre-orders or not, whether that makes them a distributor or not. In the eyes of the law, man, like that's so difficult to say because none of us are lawyers. So like it's so hard for us to like understand that and be like, are they acting as an unofficial distributor? Are they still a reseller if they're taking pre-orders? I feel like it's so like, I feel like that's a hard question to answer because I don't know if I'd be able to answer it like accurately because it's like, I don't really know if that would be a huge factor in terms of the eyes of the law determining whether they're acting in a legal capacity or not, you know? So it's such a tough one, but I think whether this is like temporary or not, I think it's going to be the new norm as long as Toys Wonderland is around. Because I think this is a very reactive strategy, a combative strategy to try to combat Toys Wonderland because of the prices they're offering. And, you know, I was talking about this earlier today, actually, even on Geeking Out, and I think other streams I've been on, like, it's a matter of like first batch is like not really a thing anymore. Like it's like you don't really buy first batch figures anymore. One of the things I'm even concerned about, the last order I have with Toys Wonderland is Endgame Loki and it's first batch. I think Sideshow is probably going to get theirs before I get mine, right? That's some crazy shit. I didn't picture that a year ago, right? But like I can almost guarantee you, Jay, who bought his from Sideshow, is probably going to get his before mine from Toys Wonderland, right?
Yep.
And that's some shit that they're only going to offer me store credit, so I don't want to cancel it. So, you know, but so I'm just going to have to take the L on that one. But it's funny, I paid extra for first batch like a year ago when times were different, right? And I still got it for like $270, which is less than I would pay for Sideshow with shipping and tax and stuff, right? Yeah. So I got a good deal on it, but first batch is not really first batch anymore, right? So, and I think it's a reactive, combative strategy to combat Toys Wonderland. But one of the things that I think is interesting, and I even saw some people kind of referencing this in the chat. I don't know if Sideshow ever thought this far ahead about this, but one of the things that tends to happen, I feel like, just based on community, what we notice in the community, right? The blogger picks can sometimes have a negative effect. So like if Sideshow ships the item before you even see the final product, then like you're going to be like, I might just keep this, right? But if you see the blogger picks and they look like shit, you might cancel your pre-order, right? Now you don't get to see the blogger picks. You get the figure before the blogger picks come out. So you're rolling the dice at that point. The head sculpt could be a dog turd compared to what you thought the proto was, right?
What you thought it was going to be.
Right. So like,
good point.
Yeah. So I mean, that's something that, you know, and that could backfire, I guess, because people will say they got cable in hand and they were like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, did I order a Toys Era cable? Like, you know, this is like, they would be confused, right? So it could backfire. I don't know if Sideshow thought about it that way. But I think that's an unintended consequence of this strategy, right? Where you're not seeing the final product before you get it. That could be something, I don't know, that could go either way. But I do think this is here. I think Sideshow is doing and they've shown this repeatedly. They're doing everything they can to outlast, to starve Toys Wonderland, basically, and hit them where they can, where it hurts, until Toys Wonderland goes under, and then they'd probably stop doing this, right? Yeah. This is like a temporary strategy insofar as to combat Toys Wonderland. Once the competition is gone, I don't think they really give a shit about Tim Cent or Eric Lee or like Pop Collectibles because they're not moving the volume of product, right? They're talking about Toys Wonderland, who are moving a shit ton of figures, it looks like, right? So that's what they care about, and the prices. Like Pop Collectibles aren't selling figures for $120 or $100, right? So it's T-dubs, and that's what they're trying to do, I feel like. So this is a strategy to try to starve them out, to outlast them. If Sideshow has to pay a little bit extra for now to get things faster, if it hurts Toys Wonderland, I think they're willing to pay that cost. That would be my speculation.
That's a drop the mic moment, bro, because I didn't even think about that. Like, you know, blogger photos can hurt. And if you don't see the blogger photos, and you're forced to just look at the figure once you get it and decide on your own. Create your own blogger photos at that point. You know what I mean? Which it's like a smart strategy, because then there's no pushback after that. Hell, you want the figure, you get this motherfucker, you just gotta wait.
And they might get more returns, but I mean, most people probably, once you have it in hand, are probably gonna keep it, I feel like.
Hell yeah. So, and you know how good everybody probably feels it just to say, you know what, I got this first before another company did. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I have this first because I don't know. I haven't seen this yet on Toys Wonderland. I haven't. Is it? Like, is it there?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't
No,
think
I don't
so.
think
Yeah,
so.
and see that's what's really interesting. Sideshow clearly has a lot more leverage and power with Hot Toys than we thought they did. Because
Yeah,
I think coming in, remember, Leo, we used to talk about this like a year or two ago, right? We would be like, we don't know if Sideshow could do this because they would have done it already, first batch, whatever, right? We're like, they would have done it already if they could have done it. But now it appears they definitely can do it, and they're making it happen. So they're either paying extra. Or they see it as a short-term investment to try to starve out Toys Wonderland and try to hurt them in their wallet, or like I said, they have a lot more leverage with Hot Toys than we thought, and they can kind of make them do things. But I don't know, or both.
Yeah,
So
that's what it basically looks like, man. Because like I said, anytime you get notifications, and on top of that, like I said, everything that's actually going on right now this week with the what is it, the November-thon? Is that what it is? What is it? The
Best Timber, yeah,
best timber or best timber, whatever. And seeing that, like I said, that exclusive Iron Man that we thought was only exclusive,
yeah.
you can get that shit now. You know what I mean, Cam? Did you?
No, hell no.
I almost did. I was
Get it.
tempted, but I didn't do it.
I thought about it and I was like, man,
Cam,
because
hey,
I was
check
like,
it out. Check it
yeah,
out.
I was like, nah, don't do that shit, bro. You're gonna get killed.
$500.
Get killed or something. Like, I was like,
Well, here's the thing. I did.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
here's because I did, and here's why. Because if you're in and you can use that 10% off on it, so it's going to take to and there's no NRD.
yeah, there's no NID on it.
Like you
takes
don't
it down
have
to like
put
400 plus shipping.
Yeah,
and tax, yeah.
The funny part, bro, was that you were like, yeah, nah, I think I'm gonna pass on this. I was like, all right.
That's
And then it was like,
too.
2 hours later, you were like, yeah, I went ahead and put the 10% on here. And I was like,
All it took was 10%.
and
Bro,
I
that
was like,
10%, I put that 10% in. I was like, no NRD. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yo,
all
that's
day.
like a $45 coupon, so that's not
Yeah,
not
bro.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nothing. That's a decent thing. Koska, what do you think, man? What do you think about this whole thing? You think it's a new wave, or you think it's just something that's temporary? Like it's a temporary type of situation right now, but it's hard to say because when we're seeing this type of movement, bro, it looks like they're putting a lot of stock in to make sure that people get and recognize that they are getting these pieces in, and this is the company that you want to stick with. You know what I mean? Like if we can get them in quicker than anyone else, then look, we're a reliable source. On top of that, you're getting the customer service that you need. They're trying to. It's like a win back theory. You want to basically win all the people that you actually lost. You want to get them all back. What you think, man?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised, like mentioned earlier, that this hasn't Sideshow hasn't tried to do this in the past already, because they from the last that I've heard that they actually have the license from Hasbro for the Star Wars, and like if you have that license, it obviously it seems like they are kind of sharing even the Marvel license, because each of them are doing their own Marvel figures and they're doing Star Wars figures. I want this to stay. I'm hoping that it's not temporary. I think being the official distributor, you should have a little bit more pull without having to toss in extra money here or there. You have a sit down with Howard, and you're like, hey, we're getting screwed here in Hong Kong. Why can't we make a batch enough for the pre-orders? At least they'll get, be able to get all the pre-orders in the US done at the same time, satisfying the Hong Kong market. I'm sorry, my daughter's trying to message me, and it's downstairs, and she knows I'm in a live stream. 7-year-olds. Anyway, Will did bring something up interesting with the blogger photos, and that could be, an issue with the blogger photos now. But with the Boba Fett, I mean, will the blogger photos be will it turn out that bad? The head sculpt, if you got the throne, the throne's not out yet. So it's just the paint on the Boba Fett. So I'm not sure if for this release, if that was the case, but I can see, not putting out the blogger pics, everybody picking through each little detail on the figure and going, nope, I don't want it. Let me cancel my pre-order.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand why Sideshow didn't from the beginning have some kind of deal with Hot Toys where you fulfilled at least the pre-orders in the US while fulfilling Hong Kong's pre-orders at the same time. And you would have totally have combat like Toys Wonderland. The reselling technically, isn't illegal, and that's why you'll see Sideshow going after them for like the photos because that's copyright. And it's just I looked into this whole thing like last year on distribution and reselling and all that stuff, and it's a lot to wade through. So yeah, I and as a business and having a small business, my family, having a small business, you're going to protect your business. That's just what you're going to do. And a lot of people like to complain about Sideshow. Why are they going after Toys Wonderland? They should get out of here. It's a business.
Bro.
It's a business.
It's a business, bro.
So,
like it's a business thing, and we know now. You know what I mean? And in the midst of all of it, they're and I guess again, the one thing I had to think about, and this is what kind of tempered me on this real quick, and I think just listening to like all of our discussions, and Carlos, I was talking about this, bro. It's like I had to remind myself that number one, they are the distributor, and they actually are the license holders when it comes to like Marvel and Star Wars. Like literally, they got a lot more. And I think Carlos, you had talked about this a couple months back. I remember you were talking about who was the license holder of these IPs. And we're seeing that, pretty much now they're exercising a right that they rightfully can because they have the IP to do so. Like, what do you think, bro?
Yeah. Well, that was a rumor, or I guess what things were going around that I had heard is that, Sideshow owns the license for Marvel and Star Wars. But they work with Hot Toys directly so that they can distribute in the US and make the figures because they can do a better job. That's why some of the old Sideshow figures used to have the Hot Toys logo on them. So Hot Toys owns a license overseas, but Sideshow owns it here, and that's kind of why. And I think they own it even outside of it as well. So that's why they were the owners and why they can do this. But really quickly, let me address something. There's this user. He said, what is he saying? Why is there a guy with the kitchen behind him? Crypto Taku. I don't know if you can see that. So my friend Rogers Moody, I've been with him, or he's been my friend. I've been with him. He's my friend since high school. We played football together. You know what I mean? Grew up together essentially. So he lives with me. So my profile pic here, my avatar, I took a photo of him today. Really weird one. So then, he looks pretty, interesting. So then I just trolling him. So he's trolling me. So I just wanted to, because I know a few people were talking about it. So just wanted to point that out. But anyway, as far as like if this is going to be here to stay or not, let's go the route that it is going to stay, right? Because obviously we can just say, well, it's not going to stay. And, that's a pretty easy answer and we can move on. But if it is going to stay, which I've been saying things are going to change, right? We said smaller batches, bigger discounts, quicker figures. And I think another thing that I've said, and I'll keep saying it, is don't be surprised if Sideshow starts introducing timed pre-orders. Not now, but maybe after Black Friday or at the beginning of next year. It wouldn't surprise me. But at the same time, while all that may fix Sideshow's problems, it doesn't mean it's going to fix the market's problem. Some people may care about this, some people may not. Here's the thing, though. What I can almost guarantee is that Sideshow getting these figures early, Sideshow discounting them and doing time pre-orders or things going on waitlist, the time of, and some people don't do this and that's fine. It's focused around like purchase price. Oh, hey, I got this figure for 50% off, or I got this figure for like $100 less. Those days are probably going to be gone, right? If it comes down to they're really going to be focusing on crushing Toys Wonderland. right? So that may actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
So while we all may like faster figures and things from Sideshow quicker or smaller batches or whatever it may be, that also means, again, we're probably not going to have that luxury of picking up a rescue for $225 when it's a $404 figure. That's all that means. So there's a couple things to go back, back on. I'm like, yeah, this is great, but also know that those figures that you may have not picked up otherwise, which maybe it's a good thing if you really never care for that character enough. Maybe you weren't willing to spend $400, but you are for $2. Then hey, these are things that are probably going to start happening. Also, I would assume that a lot, and we've seen that pattern, a lot of these overly produced figures like the Mark V, the Mark 85, the Mark 50, and even War Machine, they're all starting to be remade, like in neon tech, now with the base, whatever it may be. So we're probably going to start seeing a lot more of those. So there's a huge overproduction. I don't believe Sideshow is going to want them sitting. I think they may do more variations of that, maybe another neon or whatever, a holographic. And I think that's why we got the Mark V with the base, is because there was just an abundance of it. So they're like, hey, let's take these back, let's do these. I think that's why we got a Mark 50 neon tech, because and I think these are all going to be things that we're going to start seeing more variations of overly produced figures that are probably going to be more expensive. We probably won't. And it's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen long term. You know what I mean? But I do believe this is here to stay, in my opinion.
So you think that this strategy that they're doing right now is something that, they're working diligently to keep around for like a long period of time, just to kind of kill the competition, rightfully, that they feel as though they have to, considering the simple fact that, I mean, we're still seeing, each week, Cam, brother cousins, I know you're like me. As much as I'm not going to pre-order a figure ever again from, Toys Wonderland, I would never do anything like that. You still go onto the site to see those damn deals, and they got a lot.
Right. Well, see, you have to understand that Sideshow doesn't need to beat Toys Wonderland. They just have to outlast them, and they have the money to do so. Right? They don't have to be cheaper. They can just say, well, hey, we get the figures faster, they're smaller batches, and we can discount whatever we have. We don't really need to beat you, right? Or like as far as prices, we just need to outlast you. And I don't know if Toys Wonderland's main market is the US or Europe or at other markets. I'm not entirely sure, but if I'm Sideshow, that's all I'm worried about, right? Like I'm just gonna outlast Toys Wonderland, and they can, for obvious reasons, to have more money. So
this is definitely true, man. And the thing is, it's like, like for instance, my cable arrives on Monday. You know what I mean, from them. You know what I mean, which again, we're seeing that they're moving. It's not one of those situations where I have to wait several months to get that actual piece. People are saying, like, like everybody out in the chat, let me know, whoever's getting this particular figure, whoever's getting the Iron Man, the War Machine figure, let me know if you got notification that this is actually coming early. Because am I right by saying that there was a few people that said that they were getting this earlier, like they got this is shipping soon. So
because if you look at people who get first day batch, right, a lot of them are saying, like, I've seen a few from like Kiko to Beskar Kid and others who've said, I just want, who's going to give me the figure the fastest? I'm not looking for a discount. Well, if Sideshow gets them all from here on out, then you would really stop worrying about Toys Wonderland, because you get the Sideshow discount as well, so it'll be interesting to see.
Definitely, man. This is very interesting. Great discussion, man. Well, thank you for the mic drop, bro, because that was something that I really didn't think about, bro, because they're getting this before the blogger photos, and it's like, if they are doing this, Mafia says shipping this week. So they said it is actually shipping this week. So damn. Brother cousins, are you getting this Iron Man? Are you getting this War Machine?
No. That's not the one for me. I got like 4 War Machines right now. This one I don't necessarily need. So
got you.
I'll pass on this one.
Got you. Cam, are you getting this one? This is version, bro?
Hell yeah.
I
don't have a War Machine at all. So this one was like,
so
I was like,
one to get.
I have 2. I have the in-game version, not the Iron Patriot, but the other version. And I actually have you can count it as a War Machine suit. It's the Punisher War Machine. So I have that one, but this one I'm going to get, because come on, man, that Don Cheadle head sculpt, I have to actually get that. But I still like I'm still dancing around the Iron Patriot.
You gotta get that one, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like I have to get it before it goes, and we're seeing that stuff is leaving. So I'm like, yeah, I have to get my hands on that definitely.
You get a full Don Cheadle hair sculpt with that.
Yeah, and that's why I have to do it. Maybe I'll get Toya to get it for me for my birthday.
There you go. She's listening.
She is listening. Hopefully, I'll just be like, baby, I want that Don Cheadle that figure from, and you get 10% off because it's shipping right now. So
Best ever, baby.
Yeah, 10%. I got a box, a couple boxes down here. You get 10% to get that. Anyway,
I got the Mark IV War Machine. That's my favorite, man.
You got the Mark
Can I
IV.
share something
Infinity
real
War
quick?
one.
No, I don't want to talk about your penis. I don't want to talk about your penis, bro.
It's not about in art real quick. I don't know if all right.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm really excited for this. So for the Vegas event, there's going to be a BVS Superman. So the blue and red suit, the classic suit. So I asked John, hey John, does this mean we're not going to get the black suit? And he said, no, we're actually making it. We just don't know if it's actually we're going to be able to bring it to Vegas. So what that means is they're making both colors. The only reason I'm saying that is if you have a Hot Toys black suit Superman, you might want to sell him because that price is going to plummet just like the Pennywise. So you've heard it here, here first. So go ahead and do that if you care about that at all. If you don't,
I don't because I have a black suit. I'm fine with that. The only thing I want from them is Wonder Woman. That's the next figure that I actually want.
Okay. Yeah.
So I really don't care. I'm just reaching for that one. If I get that one, then I'm all in. So if y'all see that if they have it there, I don't know if they are, but if they do actually have it there, show me a picture of it, and I'm definitely all in on that piece. But yeah, man, definitely great discussion with that. I want to move on to the next topic here real quick. Now this one, and we got somebody backstage I'm gonna bring in just a minute. But this one's interesting because I want you to elaborate on this more so, Will. I'm so glad that you kind of broke into that. Will been dropping some fucking jewels tonight. He came prepared. He's like, yo, he's gonna fuck everybody up
just off screen.
He's like, I'm going.
He won't give me the credit though, but I literally told him that earlier. But
bitch, you didn't tell me nothing.
I have screenshots. Let me share a screenshot.
Oh, shit up there. So here before we bring this, we talk about this one right here. No production photos. Why? And I kind of like I was just wondering, what you kind of like. I think you answered it, but I want you to elaborate on it a little bit before we bring that in. Just want to bring one guy in here, crazy motherfucker as always. We got Crazy Lou in the building. He has his Boba Fett arena suit.
He came ready.
He came ready for that.
Yes.
Right? Licking the box and everything. Come on, man. That's too sexy. Come on, man.
Listen. Tripod Daddy got to do what Tripod Daddy does.
I know, man. Trying to keep this PG-13. You know what I mean?
Wait, it's PG-13.
We were talking about penises. What do you mean PG-13?
See? Carlos got to be low all the time. See, you know what? Carlos's new nickname is Low. It's low because he hits a whole new low every time.
It wasn't hanging that low the other day. I can tell you that much.
I was low and I'm like this. Is it gonna drop yet?
Doesn't look right.
Stop. Anyway, Will, let me ask you this question, and this is basically on the no production photos. Now, again, we've seen that we've gotten a slew of figures that have been released. You know what I mean? We got the, so far, Boba Fett, the clean version. We got, the Echo that's going to be shipping here soon. We got, what else was it? They're talking about the War Machine now. That's actually going to be shipping. There was another figure. There's so many like right now and we don't see the blogger photos.
Right.
Well, in your opinion, do you think it's because the simple fact that, again, companies like Sideshow, because they're ahead of the game and other companies depend on those blogger photos right now to release so they can start marketing and, not marketing, but just kind of prepping and sending out, putting things up and, getting ready to review stuff like that. Do you think it's because Sideshow started this particular strategy? So they got they just said, no, fuck the daggone blogger photos. Just send us the figures. We'll just release them right now. Do you think that?
Yes.
I think there's two things here that it would be my best guess. The one thing I think that I get so the one thing, Lael, that I think would be something that I think we probably haven't discussed, right, is the fact that Sideshow does early unboxings. on their channel, right? So this is something that I think has been really important to them. I think they've put up videos very quickly now based upon the early releases that they're getting.
Literally
So I think that's, you didn't tell me this shit. So this is one thing that I think, and this is something that I guess in relation to Toys Wonderland, Sideshow's not only competing with Toys Wonderland, they're competing with Justin, right? So because they care about being first, right? So they care about being first. They want to do their unboxing reviews, whatever, and post them pretty early, right? Because they want to get people thinking about Sideshow and get people excited. They are the blogger photos now, right? They are the blogger videos, right? So the second reason, I guess, would be maybe because it's not released in Hong Kong yet. It's released in America. So Hot Toys is really only posting things that release like in Hong Kong right then, right? So if Echo's coming out to Sideshow in America, but it's not out in Hong Kong, which it seems like that's what's happening from Boba, right? So then that could be something where they're just like, well, we're not going to post it here yet because collectors are going to think it's out, right? And it's not. So that's at least from what my understanding of what's been happening. But I think it's because Sideshow is, again, using their leverage and strong arming a little bit. Hot Toys is receptive for whatever reason, maybe because, like Carlos said, Sideshow hold the licenses or something, and Hot Toys is kind of beholden to them because of that. And they're like, hey, we want to get our video up first. We want to ship first. And this is really important to us because this Toys Wonderland problem is also your problem because you're in bed with us, basically. We're your distributor. And without us, you ain't shit because you can't distribute your product to the States, right? Because we have the licenses. So what are you going to do when you can't sell? Because people always say that Hot Toys doesn't care about the U.S. market, right? I don't believe that. Because if they didn't, right, then they wouldn't really, make all U.S. properties, right? They're making Iron Man and like Marvel and Star Wars. Like these are all American properties, right? So these, if we'd be seeing more of like those figures they released, like Johnson and whatever, right? Like those guys that no one really knows or talks about because we don't know who they are, right? So, but if they didn't care about the States, that would be a whole different conversation to me. But I think those are the reasons would be my best guess because they haven't, it seems like officially come out in Hong Kong. And also Sideshow wants to be the first look, right? Instead of Justin or the blogger photos or Facebook, the first time you can ever see the figure basically is on Sideshow's YouTube. So that's important for them. Like that's like we're taking Toys Wonderland #1 trait before fast shipping, quick, speed. And then we're taking that away from them and making it our strength. So that to me would be like, Sideshow's now in the driver's seat, right? But now Toys Wonderland's thing is price, but that doesn't mean shit if Sideshow is getting things first and discounting figures. Yeah. Because then most people, the only reason you would really ever, if you're in the States, really reason you would ever buy from Toys Wonderland nowadays is price, right? Yeah. But if the price is not that much different and I can buy from Sideshow, who I have a lot better chance of getting good customer service from, 95% of people are not going to buy from Toys Wonderland if that's the case. Because like most people aren't going to feel comfortable with it. Because the only real reason you buy for cheap is because it's worth the risk, right? Why risk it at all if you can get it early from Sideshow and eventually get it cheaper and you get 25% off or even 10% off. If you're offering 10% off at Sideshow or 30% off at Toys Wonderland, I bet you most people are still going to take Sideshow. Because the reason you're not is because Sideshow you're paying retail and Toys Wonderland you're paying 30% off, right? That's why people do it. But if you set 10% off and Sideshow, and Toys Wonderland has 30, most people are going to go with security, I feel like. So, and if you get people in the habit of that, everyone else will catch on. Anyway, that's what I think. Sorry, long-winded answer, but
nah, but that definitely makes
Hit it on the head.
Thanks, man. Carlos told me. I just read Carlos' message.
It makes. I'm not even reading that.
I didn't realize I was talking that long.
Yo, Carlos stay cutting ass no matter if it's backstage or in the chat or on panel. For real.
Yeah, but that's my answer. Sorry, I don't mean to steal everyone's thunder, but that would be my best guess.
You have the best concentration of anyone in the world. Okay,
you do.
There was
seriously
boxes and shit getting unpacked in the back, and Will was just bam, bam, bam.
Will was
I was like, I would have been like, hey, who the fuck is that? Who the hell is in the background?
Everybody, shut up.
I can't think what I want to say.
That's the sign of a teacher. That's the sign of a teacher. That's the sign of a teacher.
Right. I've taught a lot of communications
100%
classes.
spot on, Will. So definitely it was spot on. 180 people in here. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Come on, man. Make sure you do so. But yeah, bro, space, it was spot on. That definitely was. I believe that, bro. And here's the thing: is it's like you talk about risks. And I'm gonna go to you, brother cousins, on this one. You talk about risks, right? Yes, we know that companies like Toys Wonderland, the risk is okay. Yes, they got these figures for sale. Okay, we see it. We're like, oh shit! If I can get it at a discounted rate, oh hell yeah. The problem with that is though, we jump to that shit. There's two things that happen. Number one, they're now listing a lot of their figures as third batch. So if it's a third batch, that means it's actually currently right now on pre-order, still on a pre-order. So you pay for it, you pay for shipping, everything's paid off, but you got to wait for them to receive the figure in order for you to get it, right? Which I'm still basically experiencing right now with the Bucky. Because right now they're saying that number one, it is just a pre-order. So I got to wait for that. Now we know that there's also shipping issues with these motherfuckers. When you basically pay for DHL, you're not paying for that 3 to 5 days. You're paying for like almost a week or 2 weeks, depending. And they still don't give you an explanation for that. Whereas with Sideshow, even though sometimes they take your money early, when that shit comes in, you get it, boom, and you know you have the security at that particular point. They're local. They're a company. They're a major distributor, so there's no problem. Now, it might sound that right now I'm actually shilling for Sideshow. Hell no, because they've done some shit too. But at the same time, right now, at this very moment, they are winning. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but they are winning. Well, brother cousin, what you think about that, bro?
Yeah, they winning for sure. Absolutely. I'm not gonna say Toys Wonderland is completely out right now.
Hell no.
I think Sideshow still has a ways to go. But what it is, people caught up with their tactics. They caught up with Toys Wonderland's tactics. That whole, oh, here's the figure for $100, but then you go to shipping and the shit is $250. You're like, what the hell? Why am I paying so much for shipping? It's all in the damn illusion. It's not. That's just what it is. So they caught, so people are caught up, and I think, the community and everybody that's a content provider on YouTube, in this community, we in the community itself on social media, whatever, we've all, we've done a great job at educating people. I think that's fair enough to say, or educating each other, I would say. We've done an excellent job on that, and we all saw the bullshit, and we all do the same thing, and it's, and I think it comes down to the fact of, I want my figure fast. Who can get it to me quick and fast? I'm right there with it. And when we were, and that's initially why we were going to Toys Wonderland. And I think Toys Wonderland, simply put, they got too damn big for their britches. And that's just what it was. They got greedy, and they got too big for their britches. And that's the fairest thing I could say about it. Because when they were a company being that, hey, you don't like waiting for Toys Wonderland? You don't like waiting for a Sideshow, you don't want to wait that 3 months. You kind of want your figure now. You can't wait. Come to us. We'll get it for you full fee. And that was cool. I think that was cool because that's what you were paying for. You were paying to get your figure earlier. That's what it was. It wasn't like, why are they ripping us up? No. You're paying that service to get it. You're paying to jump ahead of the line. And I'm fine with that. That's cool. If they want to do that, hey, that was cool. But when they started marking down these figures, directly competing with Sideshow, and then undervaluing these figures, and then making our collection pretty much worth nothing, that became a problem. When you can't sell figure, and look, I make no bones about it. I tell people I use my collection as currency, because sometimes I'll look at certain things and I'm like, you know what, didn't need to get it. I got this because I was bored that Saturday, or I liked it at the time, but I'm ready to move on with it. And once that was taken away, a lot of people started leaving. I had like 2 friends that left. And like, look, one of them is like, look, I'll go into baseball cards. It's more money in that, and I enjoy collecting that, and it takes me back to my childhood and my dad. So I'll do that instead of doing this whole Hot Toys thing. Now, I love toys. I love figures. So I would never leave. I would just, whatever, I would find a way. But a lot of people left because of this whole thing of undervaluing the figures and giving us figures and taking the figures and selling them for like I said it to you. I was like, anytime you can find, a figure and they're selling it, even with points or even with anything, it comes down to like $60, $50. That's say it's damn near criminal. You know, it really is.
Damn, I mean, it's criminal.
And here's the thing. It's cool. It's cool to get a deal every now and then, especially when you buy a lot like us. It's good to get a deal and everything. But you got to look at, is this hurting the market? Is this hurting? Yeah, it's definitely hurting the market, and it's hurting us as a whole. So yeah, that once they started doing that, to thumb their figure in the face of Sideshow, that became a problem. I'm totally not on board with that. And I think a lot of people in the community aren't on board with that, because a lot of people do the same thing that I was doing, was financing their collection, using their collection as currency, which I mean, it's the thing to do. It's definitely the thing to do.
Definitely, man. I agree. Carlos like that. Carlos
Carlos probably has an erection right now.
Cousin Cam, the man in the middle. This is the first time you in the middle, bro. Like, you just living the life.
This is cool. This is cool.
Don't take too long.
Trust me, this is gonna be short and
can't be in and out, bro. It's always in and out. Go ahead.
I'd be like, yeah, man, ain't no goddamn photo. Shit crazy. All right, next.
Next question.
So, and then like I got follow up Jay and Will. I'm like, damn,
fucking Wendy just listening.
They killed it. What am I gonna say? I'm like, shit. I'm over here Googling
took
shit
all the
like
topics.
Production, photos, relate to data. I don't know. Like, I'm like,
you're looking what to say. You're looking for what to say. Like, they took all the good shit. They took all the good shit. It's like you look for
crazy.
And then I can usually start up with like, yeah, just to reiterate what Jay and Will said.
Fucking
fucking up the market. Shit crazy, like
it was like Will started, then brother cousin was like, let me just put this shit down. Will didn't say this shit. He didn't say that shit. He didn't say this shit.
Jay was like, let me finish.
And then he was listening to Will till Will got done. He was like,
now I got I would have said it all, but Carlos told me to shut up, so I stopped talking.
I got something in the chamber. I'll just like
you go
Cam do it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
No.
Go, Cam.
Cam,
you go.
Yeah, production photos, right? That's what we.
Yeah.
Ain't no goddamn photos.
Check it. Let me make sure. This is the subject, right?
Fucking photos, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. There's no way for them to produce production photos at this time because, like you said, they're trying to push out all these figures quickly, right? So, I mean, there's no time and time frame for them to be able to produce production photos because they're doing something out of the norm that they usually don't do, is basically getting us figures faster. So at the end of the day, it's like these other third party or these other, I guess, Hong Kong resellers. They're looking for these production photos to be able to use to basically promote their site. But if they don't have them, then, I mean, like you said, or like Jay said, Sideshow's winning right now. I mean, because if they're the only one that has the ball in their court, then that's it.
True.
Who next? Let's go.
That's all you needed to say.
Let's go. All right, hold on, Loco. Casca, what you think about this, bro? Like, what do you think that, again, and I'm referencing this to this, bro, like, we're seeing this shit. Like, we're like, literally, bro, why the fuck am I literally getting a notification about Echo? No blogger photos. Why are people basically getting this Boba Fett? They got it in hand. Still no blogger photos. So I'm at this point, are we going to even see blogger photos? Is there even a reason to have them right now? What you think?
You've come to the right guy. I'm going to tell you what's really going on. See, Hot Toys doesn't want to have Hong Kong know they're cheating on them with Sideshow. Those blogger photos come out, they're like, wait a second, they're not here. What? They're not in Hong Kong. They're in Sideshow. I don't. You know what? I to be honest, I don't.
I don't know what the
I actually none of us know why they're not doing any of these blogger photos. I agree with Will. I agree with Jay. I agree with Cam too.
Very eloquent points. Okay.
You know, when you're 4 deep or 5 deep, you know, a lot of the stuff has already come
That's
out.
some ballsy shit right there.
Sounds like Herogasm.
It does, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I keep it real, y'all.
Yeah, this shit went off the rails so fast.
Straight up.
Oh my
That's
god.
what she
Isn't
said.
it fun though? Come on.
Yeah, it
Come on,
is,
this
Costa.
so much
That was
fun.
really good.
But yeah, I mean, do we really care? I mean, you're getting your figures, right? Like the figures are coming for the people that ordered from Sideshow. You're getting your fucking figures. Who cares? It's a Boba Fett. How much different could the blogger photo be from the final piece? Because there's no head sculpt because the throne one's not. Has anybody gotten the one with the throne yet? I haven't seen.
I think some people did.
Pictures?
I think I saw some photos. Yeah, people got them. Yeah.
All right.
I think
Well,
Beskar Kid is getting it actually.
Yeah. This is like tomorrow or something. He said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Cali people, Cali folk.
They test the goods first. They taste the goods first. Those Cali people.
Mhm.
Just saying.
And that's my point. So,
That was a good one. 4D.
I liked it.
Thank you.
It sounded just like everyone else's.
Carlos, do you have anything, bro?
No.
He's like,
No.
He's ain't got shit. He said, nah, everybody that said what needed to be said, I ain't got a damn thing. All right. Loco, do you said you got something?
I got
yeah.
something. I got maybe like 2 or 3 speculations. All right. It might be some iterations, but you know, just hear me out. So how many pre-orders does Hot Toys have? And how much have bingo? How many they've been pushing out? And they have to push out before they make the books green again. You get what I'm saying? They gotta keep the books green, so to speak. You know what I mean? They can't be taking losses and anything like that. They gotta make sure everything goes. Nothing the production is wasted, including blogger photos. That's a waste of time. You know, we don't need to see that anymore. Then you have the 2 SKUs. Which people want to see? Do they want to see just the Boba Fett, or do you want to see the Boba Fett sitting on the throne? Which brings up to my other point, which is the third one, which I'm going to make it quick and brief. You don't see this Boba Fett do anything else besides the bar fight, flighting, and going into the throne. That's it. His action scenes are little to none. So what would you put on a photo with this besides inspiration? You get what I'm saying? A lot of the things that they take is stuff that's already been shown in film. So they're not going to try to reiterate the same thing. They're like, oh, just push it out. You know what I mean? They could give us something like they did with Miles Morales and give us, you know, a lot of interpretation photos, a lot of stuff like that. But they're not, because, you know, he doesn't have his counterpart with him. He doesn't have his throne. And a lot of people are getting this bad boy because he's the talk of the town. Now the new talk of the town is that Spider-Man. You know, there's a lot of talks going around, so there's not enough time to go and take some shots, show this up when we got to push this out at this time and then wait for this to come back. It's too much intercrossing. It's a lot of red tape or yellow tape, if you want to call it, you know, to cross and get to the next stage. It's like, all right, let's skip this person and skip this person and just push the shit out, let them get what they want, and then go into something else and just get that going. You know what I mean?
You think that we're going to see more blogger photos with the throne version?
I suspect more with the throne version, but if people are getting theirs now, we may not even see it, period.
True. This is true.
And that's just because of numbers. That's a numbers game. It's like, why waste time? Let's go to the next thing.
This is true.
I
This is
digress.
definitely true. This is
I'm
true.
not sure
Really
what you
quick,
said, but I'm gonna clap for you.
we got
Carlos, for you, I'm gonna get another beer. Hold up, you don't understand that language, right?
I like
There we
it.
go.
we got a $5 super chat by Marvelous Reviews. Thank you for that, bro. You know what? In Marvelous Reviews, I got to get him on the show. I'll probably get him on the next show because, bro, he's a cool ass dude. Like
Yeah.
straight
Does
up,
he
that
only
interview
collect
was
Marvel?
nah. He collects Star Wars too. He collects everything. But bro,
You can't
he's
have
a
that
cool,
name.
It's marvelous. It's supposed to be marvelous reviews. You know what I mean? But you know. But he's a cool dude, bro. Like the interview was great. I got to get him on the show, man. Definitely a good guy. He said if Sideshow starts getting pre-ordered figures in early and people that didn't pre-order have to wait, pre-ordering might be more appealing. Yeah, that's always something there. We got a $9 super chat. Thank you for that as well, Marvelous Reviews. We got a $9 super chat by 6Scale Mafia. Sideshow is tired of TW, tired of dead stock, tired of not making money. They have to pull relationships with Hot Toys to make it happen. People are shocked, but this is what happens when no one's pre-ordering. This is true.
Yeah.
Didn't think
Basically
about
what
that
we
as
all
well.
said. Well put.
Straight up, nobody's basically pre-ordering, so that's
Yeah.
basically how it is right now. So I get it, man. Like you're absolutely right. Yeah, man. Everybody, thank you for some good points there, man. Like straight up. I mean, this is war of attrition right now. That's why I named it war, because again, it is a war. And Sideshow right now is saying, you know what, we ready. We going all in on this. But come on, it's that time.
What's up,
that
bro?
time. It's that time. It's that time. I think it's in
One
my opinion,
love.
I think it's that time. It's that time. Is it that?
Blues get
is
me
that-
all excited.
Is that time? I think it's that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
I think-
We're gonna
I think
roll
it's
the
about
intro that we
time.
normally roll.
So yes, it is.
Oh.
It is the world according to Foxification time.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes.
You ready, Will?
Yeah, man.
go.
I'll share my screen after I give a brief little introduction.
Let's go. Give
Take
a
that,
brief
take
little-
that.
So,
Take
guys, tonight, what we're going to talk about is something kind of that I've touched on a little bit, but now I want to circle back around to it, loop back around and talk about introducing your collection to women, because this is not an easy process, right? And we need to talk about this, right? Because I'm single again. I'm back on the dating apps. I'm full of practice, and I'm gonna share all my goddamn insights with y'all tonight on this live stream. So here's what we're gonna do. Let me share my screen, and I don't want to share too much because I want to get into this slide view real quick because I don't want anyone to, look at my other slides. So guys, let's talk about introducing women to your collectibles. It's not an easy process, but with my help, it can become easy. Okay. They say pimping ain't easy, but it's going to be tonight when you got that collection. So guys, I'm single again. Like I said, I feel like I'm qualified to speak on this topic because I've been back on the dating apps. Honestly, it's not great. It's not great being on the dating apps, but it can be fine. And you can talk to women in person about your collection, but we got to do it the right way. Let's address this woman on the screen real quick. If he has a classic Loki, I'm gonna need a set of them Cam's love gloves, because nothing is more attractive than a man with a classic Loki in his collection. So let's just start. Let's just get that right off the bat, okay?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. I'm a sponsor. Cam, I want to invest, bro. Let me invest.
Hey, I'm looking online right now. Okay. I'm about to get
Let me
a
invest. I want to be a shareholder, dude. I want to be a shareholder.
Why are
All
you
right.
qualified again?
Just reasons. So separating. All right, guys, we got to separate pleasure from pleasure because the two are different, right? They can't be the same all the time. All right, let's start by saying this is important, actually, and this is something I just learned as of recent, right? I believe it's really important to keep your collectibles outside of your own room. Right? Because when you bring ladies over, if they're looking at a goddamn Praetorian Guard in your room, they're not going to be in the mood, right? Keep something kind of cute, right? You see, I got Grogu here. I got Toothless, right? Those are the kind of things that I feel like you keep in your room, right? You have a collection room. That's different than your room, I feel like. So when you have ladies over, it's just a little bit different. Try to separate the pleasure from the pleasure. It's a different kind of pleasure, right? You don't mix pleasure and pleasure, right? You don't do that. You got to separate them because it's important. And what I think also You can see Cam's love gloves on the floor there, by the way. I put those as a little
Those are
extra
the
thing there.
exclusive white
Yeah,
versions.
that's the white version. You got to pre-order. It's a time pre-order.
It's limited to 100.
Yeah, exactly.
100
Limited
pair.
100 gloves, so 50 sets. So yeah,
50
exactly.
sets. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, I also say ensure your collection room in general is arranged in a way that looks neat, right? Tidiness, neediness, or being neat. Like, you don't want to be needy. Being neat, though, that's something you should be. You want to avoid clutter.
Grogu over top of a door, bro?
Yeah. Oh, is that a door? I thought it was a cabinet. I thought it was a cabinet.
Oh, it's a cabinet or a door?
I think it's a door, but it's supposed to be a cabinet.
That's a thick ledge. He was pinned
It's
on
a
the
thick
door.
ledge.
Goddamn.
He's barely hanging on, but he's on there. He's along for the ride.
Mando's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Come on now. I thought it was a cabinet, but I think you're right, Leo. It is a door, but it's an oversight there. It's fine though. But so like I said, collection room matters, right? It got to have something that clean, looks tidy, something that looks like you put thought into it, right? That matters. Because passion, science says this, translated to style is attractive. It's really important. If you translate that passion into a style that looks interesting, it's intriguing to the eye, it looks like you're thoughtful and you're just an established guy with a lot going on for you, right? Your collection, it reflects you. And it should reflect, as I always say, the cleanest, most polished version of you. It's like a resume. Your collection is like a pleasure resume at that point. All right, talking to women. Look at this Rossification MFer right here with his Cameron Diaz dream going on, daydream. Look at it. And I don't know if Mandalorian Huntress is in the chat, but she was not the first woman in Anthony's life. Okay, it was Cameron. Cameron was well before Mandalorian Huntress came in the picture. So if anything, Mandalorian Huntress should be like saying like,
is this an unedited photo?
She paved the road.
This is real.
And Cameron paved the road. Mandalorian Huntress just walked down it. Okay,
true,
so let's just.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so drive a Loki quote in there. Okay, talking to women, right? Unless this woman is if you meet her at Comic-Con or something, if she's a collector, I slapping cheeks, man. Unless this woman is a cosplayer or a collector or fellow nerd you meet at a Comic-Con or something, it's important to introduce her, I think, to the concept of your collection before she comes over to your love dungeon. That's different, right? You got to make sure you introduce her kind of early, but not too early. Because I made that mistake last night, actually, and I got unmatched for it. So I can tell you the right time, but before she comes over to your house, okay? I think it's important. Because all I said to this girl was, I was like, hey, like, I swear I'm not the 40-year-old virgin. And she fucking unmatched me. Like, I was like, what did I say? I thought I was being funny, but I guess not. So, yeah, she didn't like it. She didn't like it, bro. So I thought we'd be clicking, but anyway, she wasn't the one. But anyway, keep it simple. Keep it simple, right? That's important, boys. Unless elaboration is requested, unless she wants more info. So let's look at some good examples. One good example. I collect high-end replicas of iconic characters and moments from my favorite films that make me feel nostalgic. That sounds like culture. That sounds mature, right? Here's some bad examples. I buy Marvel Legends, right? Because you don't want to say that shit. That shit's in Walmart and Target. That ain't high-end, right? That's not what women are looking for. Bad. Hey, baby, have you heard of Queen Studios? I have the Artist Edition Joker. It has rooted hair. Only 300 were made. Right. Size matters, but not edition size. Women don't care about edition size, okay? They don't care about edition size. They care about the other size, but they don't care about no edition size. All right. Another bad. I collect because I like playing with fights and bodies. Looking at you, Denobi, because that's the shit right there. You don't want to say. I know he's married and everything, but that's not the kind of shit you want to say to a woman you talk to for the first time. You ain't want to. You don't want to see that shit. Yeah. So yeah, you don't want to say that shit. So I mean, he's giving the keys. I mean, Denobi gave the keys to the kingdom to Faison, the key to the city. It's all good, man. So, guys, remember, this is supposed to be a hobby, not your identity, okay? It's a hobby, right? It's not your everything. It's a big thing. We all love it. We get on these live streams 3 to 4 times a week, most of us, but it's not your everything. Let's look at some real-world examples. Okay, these are from Hinge, right? I took these. I think these are pretty good examples. They didn't work out, but I think I played it correctly. So let's read these. I cover collecting and film because she asked about my YouTube channel. I'm a big fan of film and the entertainment industry. I cover collectibles. I meant to say replicate, but I made a typo. Iconic characters and moments in cinema. So it's really fun. I met a lot of great people. How's your Friday evening? And then she said, that's cool. What kind of stuff? Is it good? That's like, just went out to dinner. We have extended family in town. Oh, I skipped too far. Okay, and then I said, exactly, Marvel, Star Wars, etc., nerdy stuff basically that all of us love. She said, cool, my dad is a comic book collector, so I'm used to it, right? She was very helpful. She did, however, ghost me like 2 days later. But I do feel like I played this one pretty well, right? You do it casually. You do it in a way that's simple, but not overbearing, like you're obsessed with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about this. I talked about live streams, talk about collecting, big fan of film. I collect statues of iconic characters and moments. That's really awesome. How are these live streams? And then I told her my last name. I said, feel free to run me through the FBI database. I'm no longer on the most wanted list. Use a little bit of humor, right? To show her that you're normal. Just because you collect figures. Yeah, we still kind of talk, but she's not really that interested. Right? So
I'm no longer on the most wanted list.
Yeah, right.
Super smooth, bro.
Yeah, I did say that shit. She thought it was funny, I think. I mean, I don't know. She gave me her Snapchat afterwards. So, I showed her the Cam's love. So, all right. So she is mostly unresponsive now. However, I do feel like I played this one pretty well. All right. Confidence is essential. Hey. All right. I don't know who this woman is, but I don't think it's Brother Cousin's wife. Hey, yo. So I don't know who this is. But I found this shit on his Facebook.
Damn good night. I tell you that, guys. Damn good night. Damn good night. Damn good night. Good times. Good times.
Whoa. Oh my God.
Whoa. Yo.
I'm gonna get myself in so much trouble after this one.
Hello.
All right, so I think this was a music video, so it's fine. But no regrets, right? He got Brother Cousin's got cable. He's got no regrets. He's very happy, right? So confidence is essential, right?
Smooth motherfucker.
Brother Cousin's smooth motherfucker.
Cousins, he's giving out that candy cane, bro.
All right, Jay, I didn't mean to make this. I'm sorry, man. All right,
no, that's fine.
There can be no insecurity as it relates to your collecting, right? You got
Brother Cousin's like, I got that cable.
Brother Cousin's like, I bought cable first batch, baby. All right.
I ain't messing with no cord.
True.
I got that cheddar to spread.
I got that cable, girl.
Yeah, I got that cable, girl. First batch. All right. Okay. So no insecurity as it relates to your collecting. So you got to be very confident. So posture is important. Even if you type in a message to a girl, right? Sit up straight, type that message, deliver your truth. Type it, like I said, simple but effective, right? Simple but clear to the point. Confidence, a lack thereof, rather, it's not good. It may result in your status being interpreted negatively. They may think of you as the 40-year-old virgin, right? You don't want to be viewed that way. That's like a stigma for collecting, right? Collecting is becoming more cool, more normal, more popularized, more so than ever. But there's still a little bit of stigma from people who don't understand it or don't know much about it, right? So if you're
your neck.
He's like, you ever heard of Cam's love gloves? Oh my God. All right, so you got to ask her what movies and shows she watches, right? Maybe because I've done this a lot, and I asked them about Marvel, Star Wars, and they've all watched it. They know Mandalorian, they know Grogu, right? They'll talk about it. All right, summary.
Motherfucker.
Carlos actually does have an Iron Man tattoo, just wears makeup on the live stream. So, to summarize this shit, I go through everyone's old Facebook. No one should add me on Facebook. So,
I'm unfriendly your bitch ass.
Yo. He put a tattoo stamp of Iron Man on his cheek.
Bro.
Tramp stamp.
Yeah, it is a tramp stamp. Guys, so to summarize, make sure your room is neat, it's tidy, it's separate from your collection and pleasure room. You can still let your personality shine through in your room, but you should promote different kinds of pleasure, right? Use Cam's love gloves. Come on now. Use them. You can't use those in your collection. Those are a different kind of gloves. Keep it simple, but polished. And finally, stand up straight, shoulders back, good posture, be confident. Collecting is cool and present it as such. Finally, thanks for listening.
Wait a minute.
That's in college or something.
Yo, Cam, he got you.
Damn it.
Got him.
Cam.
Something told me.
Cam, I
we
went through
should've
all
done-
your photos, bro, before we started the stream, and I just threw this in.
I'm
last
glad,
minute.
glad you didn't put the one with the blonde hair up. So thank you.
There was one of you shirtless, Cam, but I didn't put it up.
Yeah,
So,
the viewers would have went up.
so
Oh
anyway,
my god.
Damn.
thank you guys so much. I'll give myself an applause. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo,
Great job, man.
That was
Will,
I'm sorry I had to throw you guys all under the bus on that one.
Oh,
but-
what are you talking about? Me and Casca.
Yeah, true. You and Costa got off easy on
yo,
this one.
yeah. Costa was like, yo, I know Costa was sitting there like, yo, did I? Yo, Costa, you look like you was going
I
through
was
photos like,
what's on
yo,
my
I hope he ain't
Facebook?
got this shit
What's
right here. Yo, Costa.
Dude, Will, you did me a favor. You just reminded me of great times.
I'm sorry, guys. I got everyone in trouble tonight. Brother cousins, I hope I didn't ruin your marriage. So you know,
we're going to unfriend you from now on. Will. Everyone's gonna unfriend you, bro.
no one should friend me ever again.
Yo,
Listen.
Costa said Casca and Lou got off easy.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well, what do you expect from Tripod Daddy? Get out of here.
yo, straight
So-
up.
Daddy, baby.
Yo, Will
Thanks, man.
was
Thanks for listening.
kid hunting tonight. He was like,
Yo,
I'm chopping down
it's on
trees.
fun. Seriously.
He got brother cousins like, hey, baby.
Jay, when I found the picture, I was like, "Oh, that must have been a music video."
Jay
or
was like,
something,
do you
yeah.
know
Wait,
who
wait,
I
wait.
am?
Yo,
Lael
Mafia.
got off too. Lael got
Lael
off.
did get off easy, yeah.
He got off easy too.
I look like I was like in an anime comic.
Sideways.
I'm like,
Recognize
oh
who
my
I am.
And
I'm
Mafia
brother.
was
He's like this.
collateral damage.
Jane.
Yo,
Jane.
Jay, you look like one of the moments like you in a club and you talking to your boys and this all of a sudden the moment just changed. You like, hey man, what's going on?
Nah.
Is that
Know me?
is that Cable?
Jay looked like Jay looked like Smooth from 112 took one of his moves while he was shooting pictures of cream. He was like, "Yeah, baby."
Yo. Oh
Does that
shit.
Cable have seamless arms?
Yo. Brother cousin with the we got Cisco Mafia with $1.99 with the fucking mind. I'm not even on the
Collateral
Yo.
damage.
Collateral damage.
Collateral.
Damn, man.
Oh.
Then he ended it with Cam. Cam looked like he was taking a military photo, bro. Like,
It's about to list me.
Nah,
yeah.
Cam was fresh out of
Yo.
school. He was like this. I graduated, bitch.
So he said that Cam was tooting his booty out.
He was.
He was
Booty tooting.
booty tooting. Yeah.
I gotta go through my Facebook right after
Wow.
this. Delete some shit off there.
Carlos like you want to see my
Carlos was
penis?
No. Carlos got the same smile. No. Carlos got the same smile. He's like, yeah, eat shit, motherfucker. Eat shit. Smile.
He's like, I'm rich,
Bro.
bitch.
Yo.
You know
He's like
what's the
this.
worst
Yes,
part?
I just bought that cap for the arm, bro. It's not even the
Listen.
cap arm. It's the right
You know what's
arm.
funny?
So that way you go.
That photo I took it with Moody right before he went to the Air Force. It's funny enough, it actually was in the kitchen too. So whatever that's worth.
You're all about the kitchen collection, dude.
It's all about the
Yo.
kitchen, dude. That's what it is.
Yo, 12-inch Move Stream said this stream was funnier than anything on Netflix. Bro,
Nice.
it was. Like Will was head hunting. It was funny because I can see everybody behind screen. And I'm looking at Costa. He's like, making sure that nothing.
Leo, no one's gonna want to come on your show, dude, with me on here.
Yo, I see the only picture that I saw behind scenes at first was Carlos. I saw
You're
that.
right.
I didn't see Brother Cousins. I didn't see Cam.
That's why I made it full screen really quickly because I didn't want anyone to see it. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Brother
worst part
Cousins
is-
with the neck. Yo, you look like you was in the LL video, like, baby.
Nah, it was that peaches and cream video. with
Yeah,
one
it
dude.
was,
He
bro.
like-
There
he
you
was
go.
like,
Peaches
yo.
and cream.
Hey,
Yeah.
pretty much that's what we were going for.
He was like, baby, let me put baby oil all over your
Body.
over your body. Let me
Body.
kiss your neck. You gonna know my name.
You gonna say my name?
You gonna say, damn, this motherfucker's a pimp. Anyway, everybody out there, this is probably the best show in a long time, bro. Like straight up, I am hot. Cam, bro. I mean,
the worst part is I was over here listening because he full screen. I'm eating chips and shit. And I'm like,
damn. Oh, somebody RMD collector said Feist and Bob.
I'm probably gonna get in trouble for that one, but it's fine.
The Nobi one, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Dude, I was like, all right, what's asking
Damn. Damn.
I'm probably gonna get a whole stream dedicated to me soon.
Wow.
So.
Hey, that's when you know you're doing something good.
Right.
Midnight run.
Oh my god.
Straight up. Anyway, everybody, shout out to Will Fox Vacation for bringing
Thanks,
it tonight.
bro. Appreciate it.
I mean,
That's
straight up
hilarious.
bringing it tonight, like Drake.
Will's the
Bro,
man.
Will, fuck. You said I got a segment, but I was like, damn, you got the whole show.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I gotta come with one for next week if I can. So
Yo, Will got the freaking comic slide set up. Yo, imagine this on stand up with people you know. Just like, this comedian, click. This, click.
right.
Everybody's like, wait, that was BC? Yeah, it was. That was Brother Cousins.
It was.
Y'all guys don't know Brother Cousins.
Yeah.
Y'all guys don't know Brother Cousins.
Come
if you
on,
haven't
bro.
listened
He's been
to
a
the
space
music.
pimp for a long time.
He's been a
That's
space
the
pimp for a
pimp
long
right there.
time.
Long time.
Blondie probably bought half that collection in the back. I'm gonna put you on a stroll. Make
How long ago was
get
that,
my
He's like-
money.
You ever been to Cloud City, baby? I got it.
Yeah. Straight up. Anyway, man. Oh, Malika Bay said, what'd he say? What's the scale, man? Bro, Cousins was singing Let Me Lick You.
He's gonna articulate that girl like a 6-scale figure.
He's like Venom right now. He's like,
Yo, wow. Okay. Okay.
oh my god.
Pimpin'. Well, leave me the fuck out of it. All right, man. Mafia, now. You had to get it. You had to get it.
Everybody.
You had to get it. All out of love, but you had to get it. 1-6 Fix, y'all having way too much fun, bro. I'm hot. I'm smoking
No, we
hot
gotta
right
get
now.
Marco on here sometime.
Straight up.
Oh,
we gotta
shit.
get him on here. But Costa was the funniest because literally, bro, I'm watching him. He's like, he's looking at his phone like, damn, this motherfucker better not have gone through my shit.
And Costa and I are friends on
And
Facebook.
you are
so-
not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yo,
Oh my
I
god.
had to- I'm like, do I have this picture? Wait.
Everybody's gonna do a deep cleanse on their profile.
yo, fucking, I know
Delete,
Cam gonna go
delete,
through. I'm
delete.
deleting this
Right.
shit. I'm getting this shit off.
that shit
I
gone
ain't-
tonight.
I'll leave
Y'all
all
should
my-
thank me, really.
I
Yeah.
want to see what Will put up about my crazy ass.
See,
wanna see
I could
what
do it.
Will put up
Yeah.
with my crazy ass. That's
Woody
gonna
got
be
me a
funny.
couple times, so I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
glad he didn't get me this time, bro. Everybody else got to feel the heat, and then he ended with Carlos with the tramp stamp on his face, like you didn't see
For
my
real, man.
penis.
Dude, you know what's funny, man? It's like
God.
Will's like, "Hey, you gonna join Leo's?" And I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Just join, man." I was like,
And then I sent you the link.
"Yeah, you sent me the link." I was like, "How is it that Will was just telling me to join?" And Leo sent me the link? I was like, "These motherfuckers,
yeah.
are, you know,
They
they're
hit you with
planning
the
something."
alley.
But
It's
you
a
know
trap.
what?
It's a
But now,
trap.
honestly,
With the
bro, I
alley-oop.
didn't know.
Yeah,
I
but
had
Leo and I
no
didn't talk
idea.
chat about it. Yeah.
He didn't talk. He didn't tell me shit until.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it.
So yeah, sorry, bro. I didn't mean for you to walk into this shit.
You would have just seen it on replay either way.
Wait,
so.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my
Look
god.
at El Professor. I'm removing all my
For real.
photos and shutting down my.
Y'all can just unfriend me. That works too.
Yo, anybody out there, best believe it's Will's on his show. And he got a segment. You better
Yeah.
check your shit.
Yeah.
Everything you got.
I
Check
gotta
your
check
photos.
my shit
Yo,
because I
somebody
gotta
gonna
cover
hit
my
you.
own defenses.
Bro, you're gonna have the whole group. Everybody out there in the chat's gonna be like, hey, Will, do you got any? Did you go through my shit? Like,
Yeah, right. You
Yo,
you
Will,
literally go through my
Will,
shit?
I give you a complete full permission to go access
Lip.
any of those photos over there. You see
I didn't
on
know you were
Facebook.
joining tonight. Otherwise, I probably would have put you in there. So same with
Nah,
Costa,
go right
honestly.
ahead. That's
Costa
the
wasn't
next-
in there,
that's
luckily.
The next round. That's the next round. I'm off on Wednesdays. And
I got some
Thursdays,
good
baby,
ones.
so-
I got some good ones that I
Yeah.
don't remember.
You don't remember.
I hope you guys don't like. I'll go in there and like and cleanse the palate. No, I'm an open book. You know what? I told you guys I was an open book before the thing, just like Carlos.
Yeah.
Go free reign, my friend.
He
Free
said
reign.
free reign.
Yep.
Well, look
Do
at
your
Base
thing.
says,
Costa.
1-6 scale man, bro. Cousin's favorite quote is, "My Twi'leks better have my credits."
Yes, my tweets better have my credits. Word.
Yo, that's funny, man. Straight up. Yo, brother cousin's gonna walk in the room. She gonna put the baby down and be like, "Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
You
we
gonna
talk
still
about
have
that shit just
photo?
happened.
You got that
No,
photo up still?
No.
But you gonna still have that photo? Oh, don't look at the
Yeah,
baby
right.
now. Don't try
Yeah.
to get. You gonna still have that photo?
No. It's gonna flip. It's gonna be like this. Can you do what you did earlier?
Bro, you gonna have like Jay.
I did Jay a favor.
Pimpin' ain't
So-
nothing,
Hey,
brother.
I'm gonna tell you
If it
that
ain't
video.
easy.
That video was shot in 2012, and that ain't nothing compared.
No, it's
Damn,
not.
I didn't
It's
look
not.
hard enough.
Wow,
It's
shoot!
not.
Wow, shoot!
Oh shit!
I didn't look hard enough then.
You didn't. Anyway, everybody, this has been an incredible show. We had it's 1:35. It's past Will's. It's like we've been on here an hour and 35 minutes. It's past Will's bedtime. But anyway, thanks everybody for being here with us tonight. It's been such a great show. Remember tonight, I want y'all to remember that this is going up tonight after the show. 25 spots, $25 each. Again, you just inbox me, DM me about what spots you actually want. Once it goes up, and I'll actually, message you back and secure the payment at that particular point and secure your spot. Once the spots fill up, between now, like if the spots fill up all tonight, then we'll basically go ahead and do the raffle tomorrow, or if not, we'll do it on Sunday. As far as like the roll to basically see who won. So definitely, I'll put this up. This will be up on Instagram tonight. The slots, once they fill, I'll keep track of all the slots. Everybody send it. Remember, it's $25. It's 25 spots, $25 each. And you have your chance. Just for $25, you have a chance to basically win this Iron Scavenger from, you know what it is, Jazz Inc. And this is basically a donation from the one and only Funky Cold Santa. So everybody give it up to him. Shout out to him for basically donating this for such a great cause. Again, all proceeds from this goes towards the costumes for kids. Definitely, I'm excited about that. And Funky Cold Santa, thank you so much for doing this, man. You are a legend. I love you very much, man. Thank you for that. Will, what you got coming up, man? I don't even know what the fuck you going. How you going to top tonight?
I don't know.
Like,
bro.
how the hell you
It's
going to
only
top
downhill
tonight?
from here, bro.
He still hasn't
That's all.
roasted me. He still hasn't roasted me, so he has
Yeah.
time to come up with something very clever.
Hell yeah! What you
I'll
got
try.
coming up, brother?
Dude, so we got the show Friday, Lights, Camera, Collect. Honestly, I have no idea who's going to be on it because I haven't asked anyone yet. So, but I will, and I'll reach out to some of you guys for sure to work, hopefully work with me on that one. Sunday, Lael, we're having John from Queen Studios /InArt
yes.
come on the show to
Wait.
interview. So that'll be fun. I got to get up with you guys about coming up with questions. So we're going to do that, try to get them to him early. But we're going to have Carlos, Lael, Optical, and Dante, and myself. So
yeah.
it's going to be really fun
yeah.
to be on that and ask John some questions and get any chats that we have, try to get some questions answered. That's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern usual time. So we're gonna have him on. And yeah, man, I'm here every Wednesday. Hopefully I can have a segment again next week. I'll try. So I'll do my best with that. And yeah, man, thanks for having me as always. It was a blast. And I agree, man. This is one of the most fun streams that we've had.
Bro, it was all because of you.
Not me, man.
Yeah, it was.
Not
shit
Cam was
was
like,
fun as
there ain't no
fuck.
goddamn picture. This is fucking crazy.
Yo.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Same with Costa, too.
You killed it, man. You got me to delete my Facebook now. Oh, look at this. That's great.
I'm making a big impact on people's lives today.
Making lives tonight.
Cam was like,
So-
shit. Damn, I
Cam,
got
you-
promo now. I
Cam
got
was like,
prices.
delete him.
I'm looking. I'm like, man, I'm glad he chose that. I got worse photos. On
Yeah,
here.
yeah, like, I'm glad I got to delete
My last
entire shit.
YouTube
Cam-
appearance ever. Like
Cam
tonight.
burnt
Like,
the
I'm
whole
like-
thing to the ground to shut down his whole Facebook. But yeah, man, thanks for having me as always, and it was a
As
blast.
always, man. Thank you very much. I got 146 people in here. If you haven't already hit the like button on here, make sure you do subscribe. It's always a Wolf Oxification. Costa, what you got coming up on, man, on the Pop Culture Living Room, IG and YouTube, man? You gonna, and you know what's so dope is that you only live right around the corner, like an hour and something away, bro. I can come check you out, and you're gonna help me
Yep.
make these displays better.
Yes.
Make my displays
No,
better.
That's not
again,
around the
bro.
corner. That's right around the corner.
He's in Philly, bro. Like he's only
He's
like
an hour away. What are you
Listen,
talking
respect to
about?
Philly. Shout out.
Man,
Long
that's
distance
kind of, bro,
relationship.
that's corner slang for us. man.
Anyway,
He's right around the
you
corner.
can-
You got it.
You can come here anytime.
Hell yeah, let's go.
You know, listen, we could even
An
do
hour away.
something and put some content on your channel with us doing some fun shit with this
Hell
stuff at
yeah,
your
let's
place, you know?
Let's go. I'm
So
ready.
Waited to see it.
I'm doing some R&D right now on a nice case that I've been working on it for a while, and that's why I haven't had any other content on my channel recently. But I'm gonna hopefully unveil it within the next couple of weeks. There'll be a video on how to make it. I might, depending on how I'm feeling, might do like a small run if anybody's interested in it. It's a smaller case, but it's really fucking cool. At least I think it is. So yeah. So I'm working on that. Gonna do some, some figure videos. I have the Boba Fett here. I've got a bunch of that whole closet back there is full of figures. So if you want to make your own one of these for half the price of 3 Majicase DF120s, come to my channel. Or, and I hope I don't screw this up, let me see if I can get this to go. Or you can make one of those.
Yo.
Nice.
Up
The
there.
hanging show.
It's yeah.
I'm gonna need to do
So-
something like that so my my Tumblr can rival, that brother cousins, classic 89. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to rival his shit because he came on my show and fucked me up. Like literally. So anyway.
I was there.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you got me. You got me though, right? You got me, Costa.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I'll make you look so good.
See.
So good.
Damn, man.
Brother Cousins, man. Thank you so much for that, man. If you haven't already, Costa at Prop Culture Living Room on IG and YouTube, make sure you actually do that, man, all day. Thank you very much for that. We got a $4.99 super chat by Feezy Figs. He said Wu-Tang is for the children, and so is this super chat. Have a great night, crew. Thank you very much for that.
Oh
man. Appreciate
shit!
that.
I just saw them the other night.
Yes, you did. I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Clan
that.
ain't
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to fuck with.
You already know all day.
There we
bro,
go.
All day.
Yeah.
My man, brother cousins, bro. Brother. I mean,
Sorry.
brother cousins, man. Yeah, hell yeah. You already know, brother cousins, man. What you got? What you got coming up? I mean, I'm just being exposed to like a whole bunch of pimpage when it comes from you, bro.
Hey,
So
You know how it is, man. Pimping ain't- Somebody gotta do it, man.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Somebody's got to
Candy
hold
cousin
this
on the
beat.
corner.
Oh,
Hell
so
yeah.
great show, man. Will, you killed it. That shit was amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, like I said, put anyone in a difficult spot.
Too late.
Too late.
but- so,
I live in a difficult spot, so it is. But nah, man. Thank you so much for having me tonight. It's been great doing
Hell
this.
yeah.
My guy, as you know, Anthony Cisco Mafia just reached 3,000, I believe it was week before last, about 2 weeks ago. Well, he's kind of sharing the wealth and spreading it all around. Saturday, he's having a big giveaway. He's giving away a Dark Trooper. So
Yo.
that's going to be great. All you got to do is go to my page, comment on my latest video, which is called the 10 hot toys that I love. Also, you got to go to get a comment and subscribe to El Professoro. That's our guy Mario. You gotta subscribe to his page as well and like his recent video as well. Once you like those two, once you like both of our pages and subscribe to both of those pages, you are entered into. You gotta also leave something about Mafia, like Mafia sent you or something like that. That enters you to win the the Dark Trooper on Saturday, and he'll be doing a giveaway Saturday on his show Tales from the Dark Side. So it's going to be great. It's going to be huge. That's a big thing that's going on right now. Anthony's helping out the community and helping, and giving back, and it's just great. Absolutely.
Appreciate that, brother.
Also, me and Saturday, me and Local Lou, definitely Half Shell, and how can I forget? Of course, tomorrow we be doing Best of the Best. Don't know what the hell we're going to talk about, but we'll find something.
We'll talk about Will Foxifications.
Exactly, bro. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, always, man. This is always a pleasure to have you here. If you haven't already, subscribe to Brother Cousins Reviews on IG and YouTube. Great content, great guy, and he's a pimp. So why not? Come on, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the one and only my cousin Cam's collection. If you haven't already got a pair, you know how to get them. Suit them and boot them. It's my man, cousin Cam, with Cam's gloves. Embrace the cheeks all day. Cam, what you got going on, brother?
The worst part is the girl's body looks like the other end of me in that photo. So I'm like, great, okay, perfect. So tooting it out here. So yeah, man, appreciate you having me, man, for another episode, bro. Yeah, so I'm actually going to be bringing back collectibles and cocktails starting towards the end of September, the last week. There's 3 drinks that I'm deciding on. And I'm actually going to put up a poll this week, so to be the first one to do. But they're all going to be Harry Potter-based cocktails. So one's going to be butterbeer, other one's going to be unicorn blood, and the other one is going to be polymer juice. Yeah. So I'm going to put up the poll this week, so somebody can go ahead and pick that one. Oh, there we go. Poly juice. Never mind, guys. Like no. Yeah, and then I'll actually be doing another episode of the new if we get another release. Or announcement of anything this week, man. And then I will be right back on here with you for Collectors Lounge on Sunday. But thank you for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, as always, bro. Appreciate having you here, Cuzzo. If you haven't already, Cam's collection on IG and YouTube. Carlos, what's going on in your world, bro? Besides, little stiffage every now and then.
I mean,
little.
Aside from
exactly, keyword.
Penis stuff, it's all good. Thank you for having me. Maybe next week we can talk about, I don't know, my personal story and what happens. You know what I mean? But aside from that, I think it's very informational for people to understand how they can feel smaller, and how to go about that. But yeah, just Sunday I'm with John, and I'm gonna tell him my story, and he's gonna learn whether he wants to or not. And then that's pretty much it, man. Thank you again for having me. It was fun being told that I'm an Iron Man whore, so I appreciate that. So
yeah, pretty much tramp stamp. As always, man, so glad to have you here with us, Carlos. You know what I mean, with your crazy ass self. What's going on with you, Loco, man? How you doing, man?
What's popping, people? I'm gonna say it nice and calmly because I've had a little, saucy sauce. I've been drinking a lot of Coronas. I drank a whole box of 12s. I'm ready to go and drink another box. I'm good. Yeah, lightweights. Come on, catch up. Anyway, thank you for having me on Last Minute. I love you guys. I love being around you guys. You guys are inspiration, pillars in the community. Love everybody's insight, point of views, and it's good to have that around here. You know what I mean? Just to be out there, and just like figure out where you want your collection to go next when you're tired of seeing the same old things. But what's going on with me? Boba Fett Arena.
There you go.
I'm going to be doing an unboxing on that. My first official Star Wars Hot Toys in hand. And it smells so good. It smells so good. I'm here listening to y'all laughing up, and I'm like,
smelling the wrong thing, man.
oh no! no. If that's with this finger. I'm sorry. That's anyway. Nah, but this
monetization.
Food.
I know, bro. It's
Food.
gone.
I don't know what he's
Yeah,
talking
I don't know
about.
what you're talking about. We're talking about the smelling figures. We're smelling figures. Opening, smelling the box.
He's talking about the clamshell. The clamshell.
There's all clamshell, baby. Clamshells.
The clamshell. You know.
You
But,
rub the clamshell with your finger. That makes sense. I get
Yeah,
it,
right.
you know?
Yeah, because when you peel the tape, the residue sticks on your finger. Just you
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Look, I got Leo like,
Damn.
shut
I
up.
know, Leo's
shut
like,
up.
just end
We're
this
trying to
shit.
leave now.
I'm about to end this shit right now.
Monetize? No
No.
more.
Well, look. I got this, and I got a shipping notification for my Adventures Campus Spider-Man. So that should be coming up soon too as well. Half show Saturday this week with Brother Cousins. You feel up to it, you good to go. You know, I'll push it back if anything, because I'm sorry, we're the dynamic duo. You know, two halves of the same coin. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel the same when I don't have, you know, Brother Cousins to geek out about, you know, turtles and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But that's what I got going on. And of course, you know, Figure Flex Friday, Best of the Best, freaking Collectors Lounge this week. Collectors Lounge. I'm gonna wake up and be like this.
Okay.
I'm
let's
up.
go.
I got my coffee. Yeah, what we're
Let's
talking
go.
about? Arena Boba Fett. That's what we're talking about. Anyway.
Okay.
And then, you know, throughout the week, S-Beam, Maz, geeking out, you know, I pop in whenever I pop in. You know, that's me. I'm just like knocking on everybody's door like Jehovah's Witness. I'm just saying.
All right, man. Well, appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming through as already. If you guys haven't already subscribed to Loco Lou on IG, and if you haven't already, become a member of the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. What's going on with me? Tomorrow is Uncivilized Scoundrels. We have Figure Flex Friday, and then this Saturday is part 2 of the Collector's Appreciation. So stay tuned for that. That'll be Saturday morning probably around 11ish or something like that. So it'll be a quick one. But yeah, appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this journey. And all these guys for the entertainment tonight. It was fun. All my brothers, so glad to have everybody here. It's been a great one. Again, you guys have a great evening, great night. We'll see basically what comes up tonight. If there's anything that actually gets released, if there's anything that gets revealed, who the fuck knows? So far, they're just surprising us with shit. Right. Remember, again, later on tonight, we will basically be dropping that, Halloween Initiative raffle. The spots will be open later on tonight. You just let me know what you want. We'll get going with those spots. But yeah, thank you so much, man. And everybody out there, we love y'all. Keep it classy, keep it real. And always, man, love one another and be at peace. We out.
Penis.